What was my first understanding of fatherhood? Um, Shoot, I don't really know. I never really had a father figure in my life. I have a father, but he was not in my house when I was being raised. And so it was kind of hard, growing up and not having someone to do your homework with you. And I remember there was little moments and little times where I would just go like, "Where's my dad?" He was always a phone call away, but I always felt like I didn't have him with me. I never thought it would make a big difference, or I never thought that there was a hole until the moment that I had my son. So my wife and I got married, and 2 months later, we found out she was pregnant with our first son, Ezekiel. It was incredible and scary and awesome. And I remember being flooded by this emotion of just going, man, this is going to be so great and this is so awesome. But then it seems like right after that is when the enemy came in with just huge accusations on me, saying things to me like, "You'll never be a good dad because you never had one. You'll never know what it's like to raise a family because you never had a good example. You'll never amount to what this kid needs." I remember being so stuck in my head and feeling really desperate and feeling really broken and feeling like I wasn't going to have what it took. Then the day comes, Ezekiel's born. I'm holding him in my arms. And I remember this moment of holding my son and looking at him. And for the very first time ever, understanding a little bit better how God feels about us. We brought Ezekiel home from the hospital, and all of these emotions and all of these things came right back to the surface. I remember just getting super mad all of a sudden, and Maddie asking me what was wrong, and I just told her, I said, "I have no idea how you can have a child, hold him in your arms, and then walk away from him." She said, "You know what? I'm glad that you were raised the way that you were raised." And I remember being like, "What are you talking about? You're glad I grew up in a house without a dad? Like, you're glad that I have this huge gap of fatherhood now? I have no idea how to raise these kids. I have no idea how I'm going to raise my son. How could you say something like that?" And I just remember her looking back at me and saying, "God knew exactly what he was doing when he created you. He knew what circumstances you were going to have to face. He used what the enemy meant for evil, and now he's going to show you off to the world." I never thought I was going to be a dad. Like, I never thought that I would have a kid, let alone 4 kids. I love spending time with my kids. I love dinner time. I love bath time. I love bedtime. They're some of my favorite moments. In a lot of ways, I feel like I have this amazing opportunity to be the restart button, that all of the things that came before me don't have to be my future. It doesn't have to be my story. I think God's writing my story right now. And my wife and I love that we get to raise these children together. Me and my dad have a great relationship now. God has really used him. There's been moment after moment where even though we didn't have that early time together, we have still had amazing times together. When I think about it, I'm just blown away by the fact that God would give me this responsibility, that he would trust me with 4 children and a family. The fact that he would trust someone like me with something this big, I hope is a testament of his glory, is a testament of his grace. I'm thankful for the miracle he's done in my family. I'm thankful for the legacy he's given to me. And now I'm just gonna work every day to make sure that my kids have me. I think that if I can encourage dads, I would say that it's not about money. It's not about things. It's not about stuff. I think it's about your kids just having you. If you have nothing else, you're all they need. So give them you.